Hey Tony, it's Friday. It's weird saying it's Friday because I've been doing this for Thursday for months now. But this week was busy. Very, very busy. The semester started last week, but this week things started to get into gear. The classes started being more intensive, work started being more intensive. It was a very busy week. But it was a good week, just hectic. And I'm actually kind of looking forward to this long weekend because I'll be able to sit down and do a lot of homework. It's shocking to say that I'm looking forward to this because I'm going to get to do a lot of homework, but there it is. So for video this week, I have a couple things I want to talk about. The first thing is, so Taylor and I went shopping on Saturday, and while we were there, we ended up buying a few things. I know I already showed you this, but we got Kingdom Hearts. It's fun. I haven't played much, but it's enjoyable. Taylor absolutely loves the game, and I find it enjoyable. We also picked up what I've been playing a lot of, Fire Emblem Echoes, Shadows of Valentia. So the Fire Emblem series is a series I've wanted to play for quite some time because I love strategy games, particularly turn-based strategy games, and I love RPGs. So what is Fire Emblem? It's a turn-based strategy game and also an RPG, so I really enjoy it. I've put several hours into it. I played it a lot when the first 2 days I got it, but since then the week's just been so busy I haven't had the chance to. But the weekend started out busy, or the week started off a little rough on Monday. So first things first, on Monday, Taylor and I ended up going to a tire place and got new tires on our vehicle because we needed to. We also found out that we had a giant pool of water in our trunk. So we got that emptied. What I think it happened, like we know we'd had water issues for a while, but we had no idea where it was coming from or how bad it was. When we went and got our tire changed, we found out that the reason why it was so bad is because there was a ton of water that was just in our trunk. The reason being, at least the best that I can guess, is over the summer, where I worked, there was a flood warning. There was a lot of serious flooding, and I had to get home. So I ended up driving through. I ended up driving through an area that was flooded because it was the only way I could get home. And I think that going through there and just the torrential downpour we had ended up getting water there because we had a solid 2 weeks where it was just rain and flooding and it was brutal. But so we got that all taken care of on Monday. I had my bar prep class and had a minor meltdown because I didn't do well on like our pre-test, and this is the most important test I'll ever take in my life because if I don't pass the bar, I can't be a lawyer. I'm spending $120,000 to be a lawyer, so I kind of want to be a lawyer. But so it was a bit rough. But I was like, it's gonna be fine. I'm gonna go play D&D at a friend's house. It's gonna be a fun night. And then D&D happened. To start off with, I was rolling terribly. As in, my very first 3 skill rolls and my rerolls that I got due to different benefits, I rolled ones. Like, I rolled at one point 4 ones in a row, which is not good and did not bode well for the session. And it just went downhill from there. We ended up going on a random one-shot because one of our players was going to be their last session. So we went on a random one-shot, and on that random one-shot, we had 2 characters die. So of our party, there are 5 of us. 2 of them are going to be leaving within the next couple weeks. So there are going to be 3 of us that are continuing on. Of those 3, 2 of us died, meaning there was 1 character who's going to be around who still had their original character.
And guess who that was?
This person. But what happened is we were fighting this giant spider so basically, like, we were shrunk down to, insect size by magic spiders because D&D, but we were shrunk down to this tiny size to fight this giant spider that, we could have easily taken care of in big person form without worrying about dying. But the spider one-shot killed everybody. One-shot killed myself and the other person whose character died. And we had one person who also got one-shot KO'd as well. So because the way 5e works is if you get dropped down to below 0 HP, then you start making death saving throws. So I was dropped down to 0 HP. Another player was dropped down to 0 EXP. And our third character was literally 1 hit point away from dying outright. Because in 5e, if you end up taking your maximum health in damage past going to 0, you're insta-dead. You don't get saving throws or anything. And so that one monster almost killed 3 people. 2 of us, we died due to our saving throws. The third person, it almost insta-killed. It was a ridiculous boss. It wasn't that... we were rolling terribly, admittedly. We were just rolling low on damage and everything.
The only person who did any good was me.
Yeah, the only person who rolled high that entire session was Taylor. All the rest of us rolled, we either didn't hit or we rolled minimum damage. And you're not going to kill a boss that fast that way. So yeah, we had 2 characters die. And it was rough. Especially because this whole party was a group of very experienced role players. All of us who have at least 5 years experience playing Dungeons and Dragons. And so we got really into our characters. We had this great story set up, great relationships between all of our characters, and then we lost 2 people, one of which was the captain of our ship, the other which was, his left-hand man. His right-hand man was still alive, but his left-hand man died, our captain died, and we had 2 other members 2 members of the party who were going to be leaving soon. It was a very rough session, and it hurt, really. Now I was less upset about my own character dying than I was about our captain's character dying, because he put so much effort in on the character.
He wrote journals.
Yeah, he wrote journals involving his character. He wrote an entire lore based on dwarves in this game for this, and to have him just die like that was hard. It was sad. I was sad enough about my character dying, but to have our captain die as well was just brutal. And so we don't know. I have my next character set up, but we don't know what he's going to play. And obviously, our friend whose character died was really upset, and we were all upset for him. I would have been okay had one character died. Had my character died, yeah, that happens. That's fine. But to have the person who literally pulled the entire party together die is heartbreaking, and is in any way that a role-playing game can be. It was just sad. But my next character is going to be a pretty cool half-orc lightning barbarian. So what he gets to do is he gets an aura of lightning that once per encounter, he gets to choose a target, and that target takes an extra 2d8 lightning damage, which is really cool. And I'm looking forward to playing him, and I've never played a barbarian before, so I'm looking forward to that. So Tony, my question for you is going to be twofold. Have you ever had a character die in a game? Or have you had friends' characters die? And if so, how heartbreaking was it for everybody in the party? Tony, I'll see you on Tuesday. Later, bro.